Your presentation of national sports is brought to you by Spreaker.com. Broadcast and listen to news, radio, and music with one low monthly rate. Your show will be right back after this word from your local stations.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into this week's edition of the Coast to Coast Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Schnell. I have Ian Martin here with me.
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Ian's right there. He's here. He wasn't with us last night to predict all the games for tonight, but he'll be here with us to recap all the games that have happened today and also talk about this Sunday night game coming up in just a bit.
Yeah, it's been an interesting week. Jeremy, do you want to just start up with Sunday night game right now?
Yeah, let's talk about this real quick. The Redskins are going into Jerry's World to play the Cowboys in just a couple minutes.
For me, I've been a Cowboys fan. I know a lot of people don't like Tony Romo and America's team, but I'm a big believer in them. I think they'll make the playoffs this year just because of how poorly the NFC East is. In my mind, the NFC East is probably the worst division in all of football right now, and it's amazing because NFC East, it's still just so competitive. It's like, oh, we're going to be so competitive for last place. That's pretty much what it is. I really don't see any other way that the Cowboys cannot win this division because the Giants are 0-6 now.
It's unbelievable, really.
Yeah, the Giants are 0-6. Eagles are. Let me look for the Eagles record. I'm pretty sure they're 2-3. Is that correct?
The Eagles won today, which is we'll talk about that later, but that's pretty surprising.
Yeah, but I think Dallas ends up winning this division. Redskins, I don't think it's still their time. I think last year was a fluke year. It was a preview of what's going to come in 2 to 3 years when RB3 is really recovered from that knee injury, and they can figure out the things on the offensive line and the defensive line. So I'm gonna have to stay with my pick to win the NFC East with the America's team.
Yeah, definitely. But you look at the Redskins, and they're still in this race for this division. They're 1-3.
Oh yeah,
which is pretty crazy to talk about. They're 1-3, and they're still, I think, a game back of the first place in that division.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, it's a battle for the worst team in football.
Exactly. It's pretty tough to watch because you've seen how competitive this division has been for the past, 5-6 years, right? And
it's always been competitive.
Yeah, it's always been. It's really one of those great divisions that you always like to watch, and it's sad to see this year how all these teams are just taking a step towards the worst. Yeah,
the last time I remember, all the teams that always go to the playoffs are almost won and out, except for the 2 Giants teams. When you think about it, there's 2 Giants team, and early in the 2000s, the Eagles had a couple not World Series, Super Bowl runs.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to stay, like I said earlier, America's team.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys also. They had a really tough loss last week against the Broncos, and I think they'll bounce back here this week against the Redskins.
Yeah, so we want to move on to our next game, Bengals-Bills.
Yeah, let's talk about what happened in this game. This game was very close, and of course it showed because it went into overtime this game.
Yeah, I thought that the Bills would win this game. In all honesty, I'm not going to lie. I thought the Bills would win this game. I think the Bills are a on-the-rise team. In a couple years, they could be where the Bengals are. They have an improving defensive line, improving defensive backfield. They have a good young QB, a good young running back. But this game really the coin just went the Bengals' way. Really, there's not much to it except for that Bengals just got lucky and they just played out in overtime.
Yeah, but one thing to look out for is Thad Lewis had a great week this week for the Buffalo Bills starting in place of EJ Manuel this week.
Yeah, did EJ Manuel? What happened to him?
He got hurt last week or again on Thursday Night Football against the Browns.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, EJ Manuel's still a cute quarterback for the future for these guys. Browns, they have a lot to look forward to. I don't think this is their season. I think they realize that's not their season, and they try to go for a high draft pick.
Yeah.
And for the Bengals, I think you just in the AFC North, another pretty bad division with the Browns, who are surprisingly almost in first place. The Bengals, who aren't very impressive. And then you got the Steelers and Ravens. Ravens lost today at home, if I'm correct. Get to that later. But Bengals, I think, will make the playoffs. There's really not much to it, this game. This game came down to the wire. It was a great game.
Yeah. So let's move on to our next game here. Of course, the Bengals did win that one in overtime by 3 points. So moving on to the Lions, they went into Cleveland to face the Browns today, but the Lions definitely showed up today. They really did.
Yeah, the Browns, they were on a 3-game winning streak, if I'm correct. No, 2-game winning streak.
Yeah, last week they beat.
Yeah, they won the past 2 weeks after they traded Trent Richardson, so 2-game winning streak. And it came in today. I believe this game was in Cleveland. I thought Browns could pull it off. I thought they could ride the momentum wave, carry them to 4-2. But Lions prove that they're still that offensive team that can just pound away. Just Matthew Stafford showed us once again that he is one of the better QBs in the league with 248 yards and 4 touchdowns. Great day for Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. Also, Reggie Bush, he had an okay game this game. But, yeah, Matthew Stafford really spread the ball around today.
One thing I want to know, Josh Gordon has had back-to-back 100-yard. Never mind, he has not had back-to-back 100 yards. He's had 3 very impressive games his last 3 games. He's a player to look out for. He's a fantasy pickup.
Yeah.
So, we'll move on to our next game, Jeremy.
Yeah, so let's move on to the next game, which was the Raiders going into Arrowhead to face the Chiefs. Chiefs doubled up, they really beat down the Raiders today, forcing 3 turnovers.
Yeah, Chiefs are a very, very good team. I think there's 2 or 3 teams in the NFL right now who can beat them. 2 of the 3 are in the NFC, and they won't play the Chiefs. But I think the Chiefs, they're high on themselves. They're 6-0 after a 2-14 year.
Yeah.
And it's not like they have these incredible stats on the offensive side of the ball. They're just pounding away. Alex Smith today only threw for 130 yards. No touchdowns.
Yeah. He had a horrible game today.
He didn't have a horrible game. He just played poorly.
That's pretty horrible to have 128 passing yards and throw the ball 31 times.
Well, if you don't need him, for me, if your quarterback does that poorly and you still win by 17 points.
Yeah, but you're having your running back as your leading receiver and your leading rusher in this game, that's not gonna cut it. You can't just check it down every time and hope that Jamal Charles gets something out of it.
No, you can't. But when you play these small, these bad teams like the Raiders, Chargers, and the teams that the Chiefs will be playing this year in the AFC West and all of the AFC in general, the Chiefs can do that. They can get good at those plays. They can. If they run those plays enough, it could open up passes downfield for Alex Smith and Dwayne Bowe or Dexter McCluster. So I'm not saying you can win a Super Bowl by only checking it down, but I think that checking down offensive game will end up very, very helpful.
We'll just have to wait and see how this season plays out, and it's going to be a great game to watch when they play
Chiefs and Broncos.
Yeah, when the Chiefs play the Broncos in a few weeks.
I think it's a Week 12 and a Week 14 game.
Yeah.
So Mark those. I don't quote me on that. I believe it's week 12 and week 14.
Yeah, can't wait for to see that game. It's gonna be it's gonna be fun to watch.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a great game.
All right, so let's move on to a little surpriser this game that we're going to talk about in a second. The Panthers going into Minnesota to face the Vikings this week. You thought it'd be a little bit closer of a game, but the Panthers really showed up this week.
Yeah, they really did. I think the Vikings would win this game. I thought the Panthers would win this. After many people know, after Adrian Peterson lost his son this week in a tragic accident.
Not sure if it was an accident.
Ready emotionally.
Not sure if it was an accident.
Okay, I'm gonna refer to it as an accident.
Yeah, it was really, really it was really
Awful.
sad. Isaac, you want to weigh in on the tragedy of Adrian Peterson's son?
Oh gosh, sure. I mean, he didn't relative to how he played today.
No, we talked about this yesterday, Isaac.
I mean, yeah. What else is there to say?
We said that he was going to have a great game today.
No, I mean, I said yesterday that it could go either way. He could
Right.
play really well or really poorly, and his team just played poorly. So.
Yeah, it was the fact that he only got 10 carries was really alarming to me.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
he had over 60 yards and 10 carries, so that's pretty good.
That's a 6.2 yard average, but I was even surprised he played today. My prayers go out to him, and everybody. I'm sure everybody from national sports believes the same.
Yeah, definitely. So the Cam Newton really did show up today. 20 for 26 passing. 20 of 26.
Yeah, Cam Newton's a rising star. A lot of people have started to forget the name Cam Newton, but I think sooner or later Cam Newton's going to be a household name.
Yeah, he was a number one pick a couple years back, but everybody expected him to do a lot with his legs, but today he really showed that he's a passer in this league too.
Yeah, it's really amazing how far he's progressed.
Yeah, I can't wait to see everything that Cam Newton can do in the future. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after this.
You can contact National Sports in a number of ways through Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter with the label National Sports. We love to have you guys a part of our show and can easily join us also through text or call. You're listening to the National Sports radio station on Spreaker.com.
Welcome back to the Coast to Coast Show, episode 9 of the Coast to Coast Show. Really talking a lot about the NFL here today. A lot of games left to weigh in about, so let's move on to this shocker of a game, if you will. The Steelers went in to New York to play the Jets today, and the Steelers showed up.
Yeah, it was a good game. I mean, scoring 6 points against a 1-4 Steelers isn't exactly a performance the Jets are going to look back on very highly, but we'll see.
I laugh at the Jets and their problems.
But Roethlisberger played well today, 23 for 30 for 264.
But one thing I noticed when I was watching this game was that the Steelers have no they have no offensive line.
Yeah, and that's kind of because Pouncey's out, right? He got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, when your starting Pro Bowl center goes down, it's really quite hard to contain a defensive line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
so
Jets' defensive line's pretty good. Muhammad Wilkerson, they've got some.
I wouldn't say they're pretty good. I'd say they're better than the Browns.
Well, I mean,
on a scale of 1 to the Browns, or to the Browns to 10.
Yeah. I mean,
I hear Isaac. I want to say something really fast. Steelers. I imagine this offseason they offload Big Ben.
Ian.
What?
Just a quick stat for you. The Jets are second in defensive rushing. Nope, they're second in the NFL in holding their opponents to least rushing yards.
Who have they played?
They've played New England. They haven't played great teams.
They played They played Adrian Peterson, the Vikings, and AP went off that week.
The Jets? No, they didn't.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Steelers.
No,
I'm talking about the Jets. Because Ian said their defense was not good. But they're 13th in passing defense and second in rushing defense.
Yeah, I don't like them.
They're better than the Browns.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing on this show? Are we putting every team up against the Browns and saying that they're better?
Everyone's better than the Texans.
The Browns.
Yeah, why do you hate the Browns? Because they took Mike Holmgren away from you?
Oh.
Did you know that in today's game, Sam Bradford completed only 12 passes, and they still managed to win 38-13?
Hey, that's a different time. That's in a little bit.
No, I'm pointing that out.
Let's move on to our next game. Jeremy, take it away.
All right, the Eagles, they played against the Buccaneers today in Tampa. Hey, the Buccaneers, what are we going to do with them? The week that they actually click on offense, they lose again.
What are you saying? They clicked on offense?
Yeah, they
20 points? They really clicked.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. They
didn't.
A
high score.
The second half, they played horribly, but Mike Glennon, he played well today. 273 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good for a rookie quarterback in his second start.
Nick Foles? 22 of 31 for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
I pointed out earlier in the season, in our prediction show, if Michael Vick goes down, Nick Foles is going to come in and show a lot of people stuff.
I mean, when you have a running back like LaShawn McCoy, you can't do that bad.
LaShawn McCoy got leveled, and he got leveled. Darrelle Revis flipped him over, and he fumbled the ball.
How's Darrelle Revis doing this year?
Darrelle Revis forced the fumble.
Riley Cooper's playing pretty well this year. He's got
better than the Browns.
He's got decent amount of receptions.
Ian, what was that comment that you made?
Darrelle Revis is doing better than the Browns.
All right, let's move on.
I'd like to point out the Browns are 3-3.
Yeah, and the Buccaneers are 0-5.
Yeah,
better than the Browns.
Of the winless teams in football, what is the worst? The Giants, the Buccaneers, the Jaguars. Am I missing any?
The Jaguars played well today.
They did. Hey, that's a different time. We're almost there. Packers Ravens. This was a close game. Came down to the wire. Jeremy, I'll let you talk about this game for once.
I don't like the Ravens though.
Isaac, you can talk about this.
All right, I like the Ravens. Flacco gets a lot of crap usually, but he played pretty well. 342 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Flacco.
Ray Rice was invisible once again. 34 yards on 14 carries. Not really something helped carry his team. But I mean, Green Bay played well, better than I thought defensively, which helped them.
What did I tell you? Hey, what did I tell you last night, Isaac? I said that Eddie Lacy was going to show up today. What did he do? 120 yards on 23 carries.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
I told you. If the running game for the Packers is going, they're going to win. That's what just happens with the Packers. It's not just put it on Aaron Rodgers' shoulders.
They're not a very good road team, the Packers. I'm surprised they won this game.
No, but the Seahawks aren't a very good road.
They almost lost it. It was 13-3, and then the Ravens outscored them 14-3 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. But I guess you saw the Packers pull it out in the end. They really tried to let the Ravens back in it with 14 points in the fourth quarter and only getting. They
tried to let the Ravens back in it. They're like, here's 14 points. Good luck.
Well, yeah, the Ravens didn't score until the second half.
I mean, if the Packers hadn't got that field goal in the fourth quarter, the Ravens would have won. So,
yeah,
that was big.
Let's move on to our next game. Isaac, you were elaborating about this game a little bit earlier. The Rams played the Houston Texans. Remember last year, I believe they were 10-0 at one point, and now they're 2-4.
They were 12-4 at the end of the season or something, right?
And now they're doing worse than the Browns.
They have the same amount of wins already this season that they had all of last year. They're worse than the Browns. So that's a good thing to point out. Offensively, St. Louis's stats weren't that impressive, but Bradford threw 3 touchdowns. They defensively were.
Matt Schaub threw 3 interceptions today.
Did he? I mean, he could have. Arian Foster ran for 141 yards. He was the top carrier, I think, yardage-wise.
I think he did throw 3 picks, and then he got hurt.
No, Matt
oh,
Schaub
that injury was awful. Did you see that injury then?
I did not see that.
His leg, bent completely back.
No, his ankle did, not his...
Well, it was, his whole, below his knee. It was disgusting. And then, of course, Yates came in and threw a pick 6, so...
TJH threw 2.
2 picks?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, well, that's not good news for the Texans.
Never good news.
But the Rams, look at the Rams going to Houston and handling the NFC West right now is doing pretty well. I mean, there's no teams under 500 in the NFC West. Cardinals are 3-3, Rams are 3-3, Niners are 4-2, Seahawks are 5-1. Yeah, that's what I said. There's no teams under 500. Yeah, Texans are 0-3 against the NFC West right now.
Yikes. Texans are really struggling right now. I feel bad for the Chargers because they could have won that game easily on Monday night a few weeks back.
Yeah, they're probably we lost to such a bad team.
Well, the Chargers, I'm hoping they beat the Colts tonight.
Or tomorrow
night.
Just to see revenge. Or tomorrow night, yeah. Just as revenge for the
Seahawks. Our next game, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Mile High Sports Authority Stadium, I believe it is actually now. Face the Denver Broncos. Denver hasn't lost a game. Jaguars haven't won a game. This game, very intriguing to me. Only lost by 16 points. I was very surprised by that. Then Jacksonville kind of, in a way, they
listen to this.
They flickered.
Listen to this. Peyton Manning was 28 of 42 for 295. Chad Henne was 27 of 42 for 303. The difference was Manning threw 2 touchdowns. But, Henne's got pretty poor receivers. Justin Blackman caught 190 of his yards, and other than that, it wasn't. By the way, Jeremy.
What?
Jeremy said yesterday, I said, Cecil Shorts will have a good game. You said, no, Justin Blackman, this is going to be his day. He caught 190 yards.
I'm grinning from ear to ear right now.
That's big, dude.
Yeah. You remember that episode of last week from South Park, you guys? You know that episode from South Park last week?
No.
What? What are you talking about?
You know where with the cable company?
Oh yeah. Ooh.
I'm so sorry.
So let's move on to our next game. Me, Isaac, and Jeremy's team, or Jeremy's ex-team.
No, it's my second favorite team.
In the 12th man, facing off against the Tennessee
Titans. What a
Titans.
bandwagoner.
It's my second favorite team. It's
Oh,
only.
get out of here, you fake.
I'll start off this game.
I'm leaving.
The Seattle Seahawks. They played awful. They played god awful.
Chris Maragos better get fired after this game.
Yes.
Man.
Everybody except for Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch and Jermaine Kerr should be fired.
And Sidney Rice made a catch that was good. Besides that,
but he also.
All right, I'm back.
I mean, he was past the first down, and then he decided he wanted to reach his hand out to get maybe an extra yard, and of course lost the ball. So
did you see? If you watch that play, you see number 73, Michael Bowie. He's a rookie right tackle. He comes in and takes some D lineman for the Titans out. I was watching it, and I stand and be like, "Ooh, boy, kill him!"
Of course, our kicker got hurt, which was just great.
He's
Russell
fine
Wilson
though.
Looked great today. Russell Wilson. Not that his stats were anything amazing, but he looked like a really good leader out there on the field today, and completed the majority of his passes. But the way he ran the ball, he has run the ball for more than anybody in the NFL this year. So that's good for the Seahawks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
You
that's
mean
a
any
thing.
quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not more than any.
Okay. I was like, whoa.
The Seahawks had almost 200 more total yards of offense in this game. The Titans really offensively were horrible. They made some good plays down the stretch, but really Fitzpatrick didn't ever get it going. He threw only 170 yards in this game, and he was their leading rusher too. So Chris Johnson, kind of a no-show.
The Titans defense played very well today. I was very impressed.
Well, their special teams too, and of course my fantasy special teams. And I'm like, who starts the Titans special teams and defense? And well, they scored 14 something points.
They scored 10. 7. They scored 7.
No. But I mean, they're fantasy wise.
Oh, I don't know.
They scored like.
Let's move on to the Saints Patriots game. This game was very close.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Are you a Saints or Patriots fan, Jeremy?
I hate the Patriots.
Hate the Patriots.
I hate the Patriots.
Everyone hates the Patriots.
How does it?
I like the Patriots.
Freaking 5 seconds left in the game and they get a touchdown. That just kills me. The Dolphins are now 2 games back.
Drew Brees played awful. He was really inaccurate today. Missed too many passes.
So was Tom Brady.
I don't know what you know that you saw that interception one interception that Breeze threw. He basically lobbed it up. I don't even understand why he even threw that.
Stephen Ridley played really well. This was his best game of the year. 96
Are you guys just
yards,
not listening to me at all? No.
We're not ignoring you, Jeremy.
Do you guys think? I just want to throw out a question. You guys think that the Patriots can win the Super Bowl?
No.
No way. No. Maybe at home. They're a better home team. They're pretty good at home.
I mean, I actually have mixed emotions about this one because, I always want teams that are undefeated to lose because, I'm a Dolphin fan. So
but the Saints beat the Dolphins, so.
Moving on to the Cardinals. They went into to Candlestick Park to play against the 49ers today. 32-20, the Niners came on top. They came out on top.
It was close at one point, and the Cardinals even almost took the lead. It was one possession game.
But look at Vernon Davis had a game today. I think Ian, you were telling me about this earlier. How Vernon Davis played.
Oh, Vernon Davis. If you don't have the size of your safeties or running backs who are fast enough to cover, or not running backs, linebackers. To cover fast enough to cover Vernon Davis. Vernon Davis will go off. The Cardinals, they don't have that big of cornerbacks. They don't have that big of safeties. They don't have that fast of middle linebackers.
Yeah, I told you. I mean, what did I tell you? I told you this yesterday.
No, get away. Subtract Vernon Davis from Kaepernick's stats, and he completed 8 passes for 72 yards and no touchdowns.
Ew.
So it was all Vernon Davis.
Ew.
Frank Gore.
And Frank Gore is going off this year. He's really good.
Yeah, he's.
I'm not sure he's playing really good. They're playing bad teams.
I mean, he's going to over
guys. He's not playing really good. He's playing really well.
Jeremy, get out of here.
I believe you guys. Let's move on.
San Francisco, though, they did have the time of possession advantage by 10 minutes.
Whoa! Before we move on to any other games, guys, we got to take a quick commercial break because
no. Let's keep going.
We don't want a commercial break. Keep going.
No, we have 2 more games.
What do you mean 2 more games? We got 1 more game to talk about.
We got 1 more game. Let's start it off. We got
Sunday night,
Monday night.
We already did Sunday night. You weren't here. No one.
Stop bullying me.
All right.
So we got
the Colts. They're going into San Diego tomorrow night to face the Chargers. Ian, start us off. What do you think is going to happen?
Colts are going to dominate. Trent Richardson's going to rush for 125 yards. Andrew Luck's going to throw for 295 yards and 3 touchdowns. T.Y. Hilton's going to go off. This game, Colts win 30-10.
I think the Chargers win this game at home. I think Philip Rivers plays a good game. He's leading. He's one of the top. I think he's 3rd among all passers in terms of yards. He's playing. If you look at his stats, they're not even comparable to Luck. So I think that San Diego wins on the back of Philip Rivers.
San Diego wins this game, and I think Philip Rivers goes off. But I think watch out for the running game. If Ryan Matthews doesn't play, then I
Did you
think
realize that Indianapolis' top rusher on the year is Ahmad Bradshaw, and he has 186 yards? That's nothing.
All right, so watch out for the running game with San Diego. If Ryan Matthews doesn't play, watch out for Ronnie Brown and Danny Woodhead to have a game. All right.
So I think that's it from us here at the Coast to Coast show. Jeremy,
Red
is
Sox,
that it?
Detroit going on right now, bottom of the first, 0-0, and
Yes, I want to go watch that. Let's finish it up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Ian and Isaac want to go watch baseball, so guess what? I'm just going to drag the show out.
Dallas just started.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep dragging out the show, and so they just can't go watch it until I'm done.
Cowboys have gotten a first down now. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good news.
You guys want to announce? Yeah.
So I guess, see ya.
So I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out now. All right. So thanks everybody for watching. Shout out to my sister
Listening.
watching because.
Don't watch. Oh my gosh. You say this every time.
Oh wow. Oh my goodness. Thanks for everybody.
Why was Andy Dalton on the list of quality? He threw 337 yards. Andy Dalton.
Yeah. Shout out to my sister. Thanks everybody
Shout
for
out
listening.
to Andy Dalton.
Shout out to Andy Dalton. Shout out to Ian. Shout out to Isaac.
government.
Shout out to everyone. Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan Tannehill.
All right. Thanks,
Join
Ian.
us
Thanks,
bi-week.
Isaac, for being on again, as we are every week. Don't forget to listen to Miles and I on Wednesday. We're going to do a great show there on Wednesday. Don't forget to listen to
don't
that.
you have McMenamin or whatever
We
his name is?
might have Dave McMiniman on with us on Wednesday. We'll keep you posted. Follow me on Twitter at SCHNELLEE_6 to find out if he will be on with us. Again, thanks for listening. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Ian.
I'm Isaac. Hey, I messed that up yesterday. I got it this time.
Yeah, attaboy, Isaac. All right. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Live from Los Angeles, we thank you for listening to another presentation of the National Sports Radio Station on Spreaker.com.